Good morning, Burnley and Rossendale people. Suzanne here for another bite-sized session of Pilates. Going to start on our feet, so just bear with me while I get in shot. Still not that great at this vlogging or whatever it is. So we'll start feet together, and we're just going to take our toes apart, attempt to come up onto the balls of the feet, and I'm just going to place the heels down behind. So I've got a good space now between our 2 feet about hip distance. Just taking a couple of breaths here, deep breaths, Pilates breath, that's breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. And again, in through the nose, out through the mouth. And just bring our arms up and hold each of the elbows in the hands. And I'm going to take that above the head. And from here, we're just going to stretch up, breathing in, stretching up on the toes, good stretch. Stretching out the shoulders and back down. One more time. And back down. And this time, side bend, trying to keep the head in the shoulders, in the frame, made with the shoulders and the arms. So we're stretching out the back here, really pushing that bottom out. And once we've tabletop, we're dipping the chin in, curving the back, and just hanging down in a forward bend. Stretching out here, the backs of the legs, the calves behind the knees, the hamstrings, and the buttocks. And then we're rolling back up. Last thing that comes up will be the neck and then the head. And we'll do that one more time. Stretching up onto the toes, a little bit of a balance going on here. Gently placing down the heels, relaxing the shoulders. Stretching out again. Till we're in a tabletop position, then we're just dipping the chin in. And we're coming into a forward bend. And slowly bringing ourselves back up. And from here now, still with box arms at shoulder height, we're just going to keep the hips to the front, and we're just going to stretch to one side, coming back and stretch to the other side. We'll do that one more time each side. And releasing the arms. And from here, we're going to come into a chair pose, so bending the legs, nice strong legs. Make sure that the knees don't splay out or come together. And we're stretching those arms up towards the ceiling, looking at the arms. And then we're coming back up. Going to do that a few more times. Stretching out right from the base of the spine to the tips of the fingers. And back up. Think about breathing patterns here. So breathing in as we come back up. And breathing out through the mouth on the stretch where we're pushing out. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. I'll just show you this from the side so you can really see we're stretching that back out and the arms. One more time. little pulses here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and coming back up. I'm going to turn around to the front again. I don't know which is the best viewing angle. I'm sure by the end of the coronavirus, I'm sure we'll all be past masters at this. And I'm going to try some little pulses again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Slowly coming up. Back down again, exhaling as we come down. And this time we're going to pray our arms or our hands underneath the chin. Just thinking about the legs here and the knees. And we're going to take one elbow to opposite knee. And the top elbow goes nice and high. And we look up to the ceiling. And then we're coming back round. And again, we're going to do that on the other side. Slowly back to front. And again. Back to front. One more time. Lovely side stretch there. And slowly bring yourselves to upright. Still on the feet, we're now just going to work some of our leg muscles here. So we're coming into wide legs, and what we're trying to do, not sure whether, I may well have cut my feet off, who knows, but my feet are pointing outwards. I'm trying to stretch my feet out. Depends how flexible your ankles are. And from here now, I'm going to breathe in to prepare, and I'm coming into a plie rather than a squat. Back up. Difference between what I call plie and a squat is as we drop down, we're trying to stack the shoulders and the hips. So we're not bowing, we're not sticking the bum out. Just imagine that we had a piece of string attached from the ceiling to the crown of the head, and we're just being pulled up and down. Again, you can think about the Pilates breath doing this. So we're breathing in to prepare and exhaling through the mouth on the effort bit. So in as we come out, up rather, and out as we come down. Next one, we're going to stay down. And from here, just thinking about the legs nice and strong, really forcing those knees back, really pressing them out. Arms now, we're just going to do a side stretch here, staying down, out, over to the other side, out, and we'll do a few more of these. Again, trying to bear in mind that the shoulders are not dipping forwards, they're nice and stacked, and we're bending just to the sides, not forwards. Do one more each side, and then up we come, and we'll do another full set of 8 plie squats, breathing in as we come up and out as we I think this is 4. 5, 6, 7, down on this one, and this time we're going to drop the arms and imagine that we've got our jeans on and we're putting them, the hands in the back pockets. Lie down, just dipping a little bit forward, sorry, a little bit further down and up. Just halfway up, down and up. This is working you now. You should be getting a little bit of heat in your bellies doing this. I certainly am. And back up, straight legs. By all means, you could do another set of those, but I'm keeping this bite size, so we're moving on now. So while the legs are nice and wide, we're going to have a stretch out. So sliding down one leg, stretching the other arm over, looking under that top arm if we can. One last one here. And this time we're now going to slide down one leg. Sliding down as far as we can, whether it's the shin, the ankle, the knee. Don't hold on to the knee though, you can hold behind the knee. And once we're down, trying to just bring that body towards that knee. Up we come, and we'll slide down that other leg. Don't bounce, just relax down, let the weight of the body do the work in stretching those muscles. Then slowly bring the hands round to the centre. And if you can, hold both legs and just relax the head, let the weight of the head bring the forward bend, the wide-legged forward bend, and the crown of the head facing the mat or the floor. And then to come up, just gently bend those knees and come up. Going to bring the legs in now, and we're going down onto the mat. I'm probably going to have to move my phone. Let's just see. Unfortunately, I haven't got an able assistant with me. And what we're going to try now, we're going to do the 100. Which is one of Joseph Pilates' original exercises. I'm sure if you've done Pilates for quite a while, you'll be familiar with it. It's called 100 because we're counting to 100, believe it or not. And what we're doing is we're counting the arm beats. So the arms, when we're lying down, are going to be flapping down. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And what we're trying to do is control the breath. So every 5 beats, we're either breathing in or breathing out. Don't worry too much about the breath. As long as you're breathing, that's absolutely fine. I'm going to give you options on positions with the 100. I'm going to give you levels. The first level, am I still in shot? Who knows? The first level can be with bent legs and feet on the floor. Just making sure that there's not an arch in your back, you're doing a flat back, so you're tilting that pelvis slightly and raising the sit bones, and your head and neck is coming off the mat. And that's the first position. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Second position, a little bit harder, more challenging, is we're having bent legs. Hip distance between the knees and the thighs are at, everything's at 90 degrees. Hips to torso and knees to rest of the legs. And again, same here. This is the position here. Another slight progression is straight legs in the air and head and neck up here. And finally, depending how strong the core is, you can then start still with straight legs, lowering the legs, so they could be at 45 degrees, which is quite challenging. Just remember not to lower the legs that much that you're actually arching your back. If your back starts to arch, you're using the wrong muscles. Instead of the abdominal muscles, other muscles, compensatory muscles, come into play, and you will be using your hip flexors, and you'll feel it not only on your hip flexors, you'll feel it in your neck as well. So better to pull back a little bit, raise those legs, or do the modification and do it correctly, rather than bang out a lot of exercises incorrectly that are using the wrong muscle groups. So here goes. So I'm going to have straight legs, but my legs aren't going to be angled that much. And I'm having my head and neck off the mat and good to go. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then bring the knees into the chest and put your head down. I'm hoping that was 100. I've got a complete inability to count sometimes, so who knows. So from here, just give the legs a quick hug, and then we're just going to take the hands out to the side, and I'm going to straighten those legs in the air. And all we're going to do to massage the lumbar spine from here, and we're going to rock those legs from side to side. Don't make the side to side movement that large that you can't bring your legs back up. We could also, while we're doing this, just make sure that the palms of the hands, I know you can't see my hands, are facing up to the ceiling. That means that you're not really gripping, or you can't grip as much. I find this quite nice. And bring that to a halt. Bend those knees and pop feet down, one by one, onto the mat. I think we'll do a few bridges from here. So think about a bridge. We're bringing in our feet flat on the mat, hip distance apart, fairly close to the sit bones. I think with the bridges, again, thinking about this arch, I always set off with bridges by doing a pelvic tilt. If we do a pelvic tilt, where we're tilting backwards. What that means is we're taking that arch out of the back, so we're spreading the back onto the mat. So we've got a little bit of a flat back here, and as we tilt, you'll probably find that the sit bones leave the mat slightly. That's the beginning of the bridge. So we'll have the hands down by the side. This time they can be palm face down, tilting the hips, and then slowly we're driving up through the heels until we get a nice high bridge. Nice strong bridge here, nice and high. And then we're just going to lower that bridge. But what we're trying to do is lower the back, vertebrae by vertebrae, back into the mat. And the last thing that comes down will be the lumbar spine and the sacrum and coccyx. And when we're down, we're going to do that again. So we're setting off with a pelvic tilt and then driving up. And this time, when we're at the top of the bridge, we're going to raise one leg, but we're making sure that other leg is nice and strong and stable, and the hips are stable. So the leg comes up nice and straight, and from here, we're just lowering. Well, I would lower my leg, but it's hitting a piece of furniture. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to swap over to the other leg. Bringing that down, best leg plans. Leg down. If the hip flexors will allow, we're just touching down with the heel and we're bringing that leg up. And what we're trying to do as we touch down is keep these hips nice and high. Going to go for 6 of these. I think that's 4. 5. And 6. Bringing that knee in and slowly lowering the bridge. I'm going to shift it up now so I don't collide with the drinks cabinet. Not that I drink much. Well, don't drink on Monday and Tuesday nights, but I can't count for the rest. And here we go again, tilting under with the pelvis and then driving up through the heels. So nice high bridge here. And then we're taking the other leg up, nice and straight. And we're going to lower down, touching down with the heel if we can. And back up. Doesn't matter that the heel, it doesn't touch down completely. And up. We'll do a couple more. Bringing that in and slowly again lowering that bridge. And this time going up one more time. And all we're going to do here are some little thrust at the top, so we're nice and high here, and what we're trying to do is just push these hip bones even further. another 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and lower. Again, just vertebrae by vertebrae and tailor, all back on the mat. I'll just have a little stretch off while we're here. So one leg comes up nice and straight, and we're going to take the opposite leg across the leg, resting the foot on the thigh, hands, we're just going to clasp them behind the straight leg thigh, and we're just going to hold this stretch. A lovely stretch, you should be feeling it all down here. If you want, I've got a pointed foot, you can flex the foot, point, flex, point, flex, and then we'll bend that knee. Take that leg down, and we'll take up the opposite leg now, nice and straight. So the knee comes up, and we're going to take that across, resting the foot on the thigh, clasping the hands behind the thigh. Setting off with a pointed foot on the straight leg, really pulling that in, feeling the stretch now on the bent leg. And if you want, we can do a few point and flex of the toes. And bend that leg, uncross, and bring yourselves up to sitting. What I'm going to do now, I'm just going to put down a little bit of extra padding. I'm going to do a slow, controlled sit-up. So, lie down, and we're putting our legs out. The arms are behind the head. I'm sort of wrestling with chairs and all sorts here, and we're slowly going to bring those arms up, and as we do, chin comes up, neck comes up, chin to chest, and ideally without raising the feet, we're having a very, very slow, controlled sit-up. Just upright, nice straight back. And going back down. Now, if that is too strong, if you've got a band, you can always use a band or a belt and put that underneath your feet so the sit-up can be assisted. And back and taking out the arms. We'll do a couple more. So chin into chest, and the hard bit here, what we're trying to do is take all the momentum out of this. So you really are using the right muscles. We're not throwing ourselves up, we're not throwing ourselves back. It's very easy with momentum to swing up and flop back down. This is slow and controlled. I'm just going to do one more of these, but by all means you can work up to more than, I can't even remember how many I've done. Is it 3 or 4? I don't need many of them at this speed. And arms come down. I will give, as I said, there's options with that. I'll just discuss the options now. Option is, if you've got a band, sorry I haven't got a band to hand, you can have the band around your feet and you're just pulling yourself, you're holding the band, edges of the band in the arms, and you're using that and the tension around your feet to take yourselves down. And again, you've still got the band in your hand or a towel. It has to be a big towel, a beach towel, and bringing yourselves up. Other option with that is with bent legs, and then you can hold on to the thighs and you can take yourselves down ever so slowly. So the last thing that comes down is the head and the neck. And again, up we're coming at the same time. The thing to be wary of here, there's a tendency here, is the hard bit, is the legs might come off. We're trying to keep the legs on, really sucking in that stomach, rock hard, and we're coming up. Okay, don't know how long I've been yattering on for, probably far longer than what I said, so we'll just do a couple of stretches out now to finish off. So if we're comfortable with crossing our legs, if not, sit any which way you want, and we're just going to slide out and over, trying to keep both sit bones on the mat. And this top arm now, what we're going to do, we're going to sort of semicircle around, taking that out to the side, and then the other arm comes over. And again, round to the front. And while we're at the front, we can stretch out and try and get our forehead as close to the mat as we can, but again, making sure those sit bones at the back don't come off the mat. Walking out. And slowly bringing ourselves back up. Deep breath. Thank you. Hopefully see you again shortly.